Hello. It's I have tried some few times to record a new episode, but it have been very hard to get something interesting in the episode. So I have deleted many times, and it's feel like it's something have stopped me from good recording episodes. I don't know what it is, but I feel it's something is on its way to change. I don't know what it is. It's only to wait for it to develop and come true and show me. I have a glass of water with vitamins in that I stir here, because you heard me coughing, but it's because I'm dry in my throat. I hope that the spirit is, or more than one spirit, will come through here, because it's a very hard question I have. I have some seems like truth that is hard to talk about, because it's hard to understand if you are not on the same level of thinking like I do, and have experience. This is nothing I have experienced, but in my knowledge of God, have it coming to me, because I know God. I don't know Him 100%, but pretty much I understand God and how He's working. And it's about the beginning of this planet. It is very hard because no one have been in that time and could report it. So I see like I'm out in the black air and only walking in the black mass of trying to find the answer. And if it should be a real truth message, and that I need to get it confirmed of a spirit that is, I hope, will come through here. And it's a subject that come up today because I have some Jewish rabbis as friends on Facebook, and one rabbit is very interesting with him because he liked to talk to us on Facebook. But today was he really out in have any knowledge? But it is with these Jewish people that sit and read books, and they counted the words and tried to understand and see God in those words they are reading. And And today was it about Adam. When he talking about the creation of human race, that he wrote that the Abel and Cain. He said that the Torah is talking about this, that there was not women in Adam and Eve had no female babies, and it was only men first in the first generation. And then the Torah is coming up with, and he say that I couldn't find it, and he say it's. I think it was like he wanted to put up a wall between us, like he think we are Christian people and we don't understand. And he wrote that because we don't know Hebrew, we don't understand what the Jewish people understand, and we don't understand. And it was so childish. I was thinking that he said that the Torah they read in the Torah that Adam and Eve got twins, and with Abel and Cain it was female twins, so it was both a baby boy and a baby girl twins in the same time be born. So one evil female was born with one of the evil boys, and then the other good one had a sister, twin sister. And I have not find it, so I can read it in the Torah, because I have worked with computers most of my life, since 1978. And 1994 we started to be on internet, and I'm so very good to find everything on internet, and I only look a little and I know that there is Torah translated in English, because I have been there. I have been to Israel. I have been in the home of him that have translated Torah to English, and I know he have it on internet, so I can go in and read it in English. So it's not a secret, and I'm curious if there is something they don't understand in those that read the Torah, and that it is what they think. They think literally. They don't think in the spirit way. So they think that everything is what it is here on earth. And if the Torah is talking about twins, then they think it's twins that is in a human body. But the twins in the spirit way is that we are equal with each other, in our belief and our relationship with God. That it have nothing with the body to do. So I'm interested to find it, but just now I have not find it, but I will. And but it come other things to my mind when he wrote this. It so sounds so crazy things. I think it is a spirit talking. A Torah is not literally in everything. So I know it's if Torah is from God, then it's a spirit way to talk in it. So it's very interesting. But what I have understood, and I think I have talked about it before in another episode, but it is this that there was a planet Earth. There was already a planet Earth. Everything was created. The universe was created in the same time. There were not that suddenly in the universe God having in his mind that he should create the planet, our planet, and all other planets was there, and suddenly he, okay, here on this place in the universe we are going to do. I'm going to do a planet with the people in it. It was not like that. Our planet were there, but the planet was not good. It was an evil planet. It was dark. It was dark of evil. And the words that describe the earth is just, it's not literary. It's spirit things to understand that when God was looking, had an overview over the universe, and he saw that it was a planet that was out of order. It was not this calm, relaxing planet as the other. You know, it's milliards of planets, and there is very likely that there is planets that look like our planet in another solar system and sun system and solar system. And it'd be a little mix of Swedish and English. And God saw this. Our planet was like to eat or be eaten, to kill or to be killed. That's what it was, this planet. It was the fallen angel from God was already here on this planet, and he fight with his own people. That's what the end will be. When the end will come and the evil forces here on this planet, it's out of enemies. When they don't see, of course there is good people on this planet, but God will hide us so the evil don't see us. And God can hide. He have hide things for me, so I know He can hide from our eyes to see things, and He can do the opposite, so we see things that should not be placed there. And so in the end, we will be that, like it was from the beginning, that the evil is going to fight, have war with evil against evil, and they gonna reduce themselves in that way, so the good can come back again. And that was from the beginning, and we are going back to the beginning of this planet. We are going back to this darkness, and it says in the beginning that God's spirit, it was not God's body was flying, it was God's spirit that was flying over our planet, over the surface of this planet, and it was voided this planet because it was evil, so nothing could live there. So it was only evil things that could live there. No good could live there. And it was out of rules and laws, and the evil was so deep. It was darkness in the deep. And it says there everything it tell you when you read it in this spirit way. The spirit is the truth. And I feel someone is coming in now. Someone coming through here, the spirit. I hope. I don't know. I can't take anything for granted. I don't know what this spirit will want to come and say. But I hope it is this about the beginning in Genesis, in the Bible, and in the Torah, about Adam. And in the beginning, God created the human, and He created a human with a spirit, and He created Adam. He didn't created Adam and Eve in the first time. The first human that He created was a spirit human, so they didn't get any kids, and they had no body. But He created them, and the spirit had no gender, and that's what it says in the Bible. I understand it just now when I talk about it, that it, in fact, it say that He created both a man and a female. Both was created in the same time, and it was a spirit creation. And then later on, much later, we don't know how many years it is between creation of this planet. It's not creation of this planet in the foundation of the planet. It's what is on in this planet that God created. He didn't create it in Genesis, our planet. That planet was already here. and God sent the light into this planet, so the darkness have to go away, and good people come. And much later, he created Adam from dust, from dirt, from the ground. It's you have to understand what it means. When he created, it was this natural man that we have to fight against the whole time. Adam. He's not the God that many want to say it was like a God. It was the opposite, because our nature is not good, and it means that from the dust. That's when we die, the priest is saying that we are coming from the dust, and to dust we go back. It means waste of life, not good. So you can go back to the dirt where you were born from, and that's not good, and we know that because God made Adam first and then Eve, and they should work together as a partner to be in Eden and take care of animals and trees and everything that growing, and the meaning, but they didn't understood. When God said that they should multiply themselves, they should make children, and that was not. God is a spirit. God is not a body. So when God was talking, he didn't talk about Adam and Eve's body. That he was talking about to Adam and Eve to make spiritual people, make children that have spirit in them, that want to be in a relationship with God. Not that they should have intimacy, have sex with each other and go on as much as they want, like that, like the wild dirt people. It was not what God was talking about. And that's so. Most of people, I have never heard anyone talk about that was a spirit talking to Adam and Eve. But certainly when the devil was the whole time there, because he was already before Adam and Eve was the devil on our planet. So he was there and he heard and saw what was going on. And he saw and heard that Adam and Eve didn't understood what God was talking about. So he make Eve to go and give the apple to Adam, and they both eat of the apple. It looked like an apple. It was not a real apple, but it looked like that, a small fruit, and it was good to eat. And when they start to eat, they saw each other, recognize each other, that they have a body that was good to look at, and they started to have sex with each other. They saw each other's body. Before that, they have not seen the body. The body was not there because it was the meaning that they should be in the spirit and not in the body. But the devil make them be in the body and not in the spirit. So they did these babies that people do, and like in the Jewish families in traditional way, and the Mormon church, and in many belief systems, is it to make babies, make so many children you can do. That's what they think is what God wants them to do. When it is, I know I know very much people that have their own churches and preacher. I know many, and their children is not of God. Many, some is very nice kids, but some of them, the kids are really from the devil. I have come in contact with those drinking and make drugs and do criminal things, and it's surprising when they say that they grow up in the church. Their father was a pastor, and they sit in prison. And so if it was in God's will, then it should not be anyone that sit in prison that have parents that have churches or Jewish or whatever. They should never kill if it was so that was in God's will to create human in their body and not go for the spirit. And many that is leader for belief system, they are not at all in spirit. They don't know what it is. Like they think that the soul is the same as the spirit, and it's so very wrong. The soul is emotional things, and even a criminal person can have emotional things. To be angry is emotion. It doesn't need to be good emotions. It can be proud, like these things, and it comes with the body because it is this from dirt. It can be very nice emotional things, but it can also be very evil things that is in the emotional, the soul. And that's come with the body, and it's go with the body. But the spirit is something that you receive out from your body. It's coming to you like you think about Jesus. He went up from the water And when he was up on the dry land, not in the water, but when he have stepped up on dry land, then the heaven open up, and a voice say that it was his beloved son, and it was like look like a bird for those people that was there, because they didn't know no other things that could fly in the air. So they say it was a bird. It looked like a bird, it says. So they were not sure it was a bird, but it was a spirit. So Jesus, he received the spirit when he come out from the water. So Jesus didn't have the spirit in him when he was a child. He had the feeling that it was something more than what it is here on earth, that he knew it was something that had with the temple to do, but he didn't have the spirit in him. He had that connection with God. So he say to his parents that he needed to be where his father was, in the temple. And it was more emotional when he was talking. He didn't talk really from the spirit. He was talking from the soul, and he felt like he had a connection with God. And then it doesn't happen so much until Jesus was 30 years old, and when he met John the Baptist, and he be baptized. And when after he be baptized at just at his 30 years of age about, then he received the Holy Spirit. So that's nothing that we are not born with the Holy Spirit. So it's not the soul. So that was what God wanted. I have it's 3-4 here spirits that want to come and talk. So, but it was Adam and Eve should have create spirit children for God. They didn't need to do their own children, and if it was like that, why is it people that doesn't can have babies then? If it was like that we should do our have children. There is many people that do their best to please God, and they can't get any kids. So, but spirit kids can you get, even if you can't produce it from your body. You can produce it with the way you can create it like God created what should be on our planet. He created with his words. The words create. The word create. And many people have said that you create what you are with your word. They are saying. But we know that, we other people, we know that people can say many good things and then they do the opposite. The word means nothing if it's not action in the words. I can sit here and promise you much money and a nice car and like this, but it doesn't come with action because I can't do any action for you. You have to do the action by yourself and create things that you will have in your life. No one else can do it for you. You need to have your mind set. Your mind, you must train your mind and your heart upon to get things that you need. It's not that you create like a Christmas gift. You create things in your needs, and God knows your needs, but sometimes we have to talk to God about our needs, because God want to know that we know our need. God have to hear from you that you have a need, a real need for your life, not for to show like a success for other people. It's coming from you, that you need it, not your friends need to see you in something with a success to do. It's all about you, only between you and God. That's where it's coming. It is a woman. She was first here. It's a tall woman, and I don't know what. I hope she will talk about this, but I can't know what will happen. I wait for her to. She is very tall for to be this spirit people. She's really tall and slim, and she have like a wavy hair, short wavy hair, and I don't know. She's standing in the door. She are not coming into this room where I sit. I don't know, because she pointed out in the air. Maybe she's pointing out the other people, because she started to say that they want to tell you something. Like she is a leader for a group of people, and it's not her to talk, but she lead these people to my home. So it's like they have not find their way, so she's the one that helped them to come through. And it's a big group, is it, of spirit. And I see the same sort of people. It look like boys. It's in the circle. They flying around this woman in a circle, and not really look at me. They look down on the floor, And have they not realized that they are here now? That they look down because they look down from heaven and down to earth. But you are on earth now. Now it's one of these boys is standing up now and understand, and it's I feel a connection with him. Not so very strong, but I hope it's be more strong. It's like he have not been on earth before in a spirit way. It's the first time he is here. And I can't describe how he looked like, because he looked like a skeleton. But I'm not frightened about him. He only looked like that, so I think it have with the start of the earth. It was not it was like not a body yet. Oh. He pinched me in the side, on my right side. It's in me now. He is. I think the pinch was that he walked into me. It's very hard to tell what he's want to say and show me, but he showed me the universe. He do. And I wonder what is it you want to tell us about the universe? He can't be still. Focus. Please focus on what you should say, and if you want to show me something. Now he have in his hand like a ball, a golden ball of gold, like that. If it's I don't really understand what you want to show me. Is it the metallic gold, or is it like the sun you hold in your hand? It's shining very much. And it's like, it's very hard to understand what this want to say, because it seems like he wanted to say that I am not 100% sure, but it's like he say energy, is it? So he helped me here. He said it's enter in the energy into your planet, he say. So he's not. He say that he understand what I'm thinking. So he answered me before I have asked him, and he say that he's not coming from heaven, but he is related to heaven. It's a connection to heaven, he say. So he's not an angel, but he's not evil either. So he's from another planet here, from a planet in the universe. He's not from heaven. And he showed me energy that he hold in his hand, and that's the creation, he say. It's the creation of say that it's the creation of God. And when the creation of God was there, also the planet, the earth, Terra, our planet was given the good energy. And he say it have fade. The energy we gave from the beginning, it have fade. And I asked him, can't you place more energy on this planet when it have fade? Why can't you give us more energy so the good can take place again, like it was from the start, what it was the meaning of the whole thing. And he said to me, this planet was made to be a test planet. We used the evil that was already here on this planet. We saw it as half of the work was already here on this planet, because it was poor evil of the planet, and we wanted to test how it should be if we placed good energy on this planet. And we, in many generations, we have taken out good people, and people that have been strong and could survive everything. We have them, and they will be our energy. They're gonna be our energy when it's time for the earth to turn around to be good, forever good. We have collect almost everyone that we need to have for the army of God. It starts to come to the end, but it's a little time left when everything crashed, he say. The earth will crash. And he showed me like our planet is going crash in pieces out in the space. It's gonna be divided in pieces. And I'm not sure, but I don't think it's physical. I think it's in a spirit way of, and we must see it in a spirit way, that this divide is not yet, but its divide is going to come. It's start to be the beginning of the divide of this planet, because I see the form of a planet, but if you think like this, that all water is gone from this planet, and then is it only land there, and it's about how it looked like. There is like a big hole, so the countries are for itself, is divided from the other land on this planet. They have to understand this spirit talking, and I understand why this woman come and had this flying around her, many look like boys around her, because it tell me and tell us that is like a UFO. She's showing it's like a spaceship, because it was like a circle around her, and it was many in this circle around her. So it have to be like God was telling me in year 2000, when he come and talked to me, that someone make me ask God if what it was about UFO and aliens, and God answered me, they are the people of the future, and that's in the word he was saying, God, it is people from the future that will come and help us, and that's what it have been the whole time with my podcast. It's my ancestors that have pushed me on, but they are the people of the future. Even if they are the people from the past, it's also people from the future, because I was told for many years ago that it will come a time when everything that have been here on earth is going away like energy out from this planet, and one day it's going to come back to earth as the energies coming back from the past, and it will be the future. Even if they're coming from the past, it's coming also to the future, and we're standing here and now. So everything is past and the future and here, just here today. That's what it is about. The big word and big understanding about God is the past and the future and just today. And heaven have no time. So in the spirit way we can go back in the past, and we can go in the future, and we can be in the spirit here and now, today, to know that you working on today. That's the meaning of everything. That every day is a new day, and every day you work on yourself and exercise your mind of positive thinking, strong thinking, that no one really help you. It's about yourself, to help yourself. It is not to be selfish. The devil have taught you. He have told you that to think about yourself is selfish, but it's so wrong if you do it in a positive way, to build up yourself for a goal to help other people, help this planet, to help so much as you can, and not think about negative things, positive things. And when I go down in depression, I go into depression sometimes, and then I remember when I was a nurse, working as a nurse, and I was to a man that couldn't move, that couldn't talk, and he could only have communication with me by showing with his eyes, that he moved the eyes on one side, it means yes. If he moving the eyes on the other side, it was no. And that's the only thing he could do. He couldn't move at all. And he was laying there and was dependent on us nurse that was to him. And I know there was many that was not good. There was many evil people that are working there. And of course it was nice nurses also, but many was working as a nurse to they say that they working for to see the suffering and pain of the people, and some also have said that they were frightened for death, so they wanted to see people die. So there is many different agendas why people work with the disabled, very hard disabled people, sick people, and all people that is dependent on them, and they feel the power to could rule their lives. So when I think, I go sometimes depressed, I'm thinking of this man, and I heard the other nurses say that he died, and then they called for an ambulance, and the ambulance man, they put him up to live again many times. His body stopped working, but he come to life again. And I was wondering sometimes, if it happened when I working with him, what should I do? Should I only close the door to his room and let him die, or should I call the ambulance? And I thank God that I never come to that question inside me, what I should do. But in that time I didn't know God. So my answer in that time, I think, it was to let the door be closed and not call for ambulance and pretend I never have been into his room. I think so, and I don't know today what God should ask me in the court, in the heavenly court, what I did to this man. He never he didn't let me be in this situation. So I think about this man, that my life is so great compared to him, to his life. So why am I depressed? It's nothing. I can move around, I can talk. If it's coming a fly, I can kill it or take it away from. If it sits on my nose, I can take it away. But he can only look at the fly when he's walking around in his face, and could not call for help to take away the fly and these things. Sometimes I think about when I feel pity for myself or depressed. It's good to have been working with this man to appreciate, be happy for my life. It can't be worse than him. It's have a hell here on earth. But it was also a test on people from God to see what they did to him. So that's it's I think I'm going to upload this episode even if it's hard for you to understand what I'm talking about. But I have talked about a little. I have not talked in full about my meeting with UFO. But it starts to be time for it, and maybe that's why I felt like I'm stopped to do the episodes, because they want me to talk about they who have coming and visit me, and the UFO, the aliens people, was the first that come. God was not the first that come, that was alien. God is an technical aliens, because he's not from here, from Earth. He's coming from another place, another time. So he is like an alien also. So if people say they don't believe in aliens, then they don't believe in God, because he's not born here on Earth. So thank you for listening, and I hope you want to follow me, and I promise you that if something not coming up of other value, I will talk about UFO in my next episode. If I get many listeners on this episode that is going. If you want me to talk about aliens in next episode, give me a heart then, and then I know that you want me to talk about that subject next time. God loves you, and I love you too, and I hope you understand that the Spirit is the truth.